Welcome to Mystics MMOs. I'm your host, Mystic Raven. Oh, so much to do. So much. Oh, DPS. Let's capitalize on that opportunity. So, not a lot of times you see queue for deeps. So if I see it, I usually take advantage of it. Typically. It says 28 minutes. I hope not. God, I hope not. I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. And I mean a lot. Not a bad thing to have, though, to be honest with you. Like, I feel for most of the average gamer to take 2 or 3 jobs and, you know, it's not overwhelming if you're not going to be, like, trying to level up everything. But if you try to do what I'm doing, there could be a lot on your plate. But overall, yeah, you know, it keeps me busy as a player. Because, you know, when you're playing the same dungeons, and once again, I'm really hoping that we get a scaled version of older content for roulette, especially at like endgame. Like, I don't mind playing dungeons repeatedly, but when you're queuing the same, like, there's like 90 plus dungeons in this game, and when you're at a certain point and you know, okay, level 50 to 60, I'm only going to get this group of dungeons, or level 70, there's only this group of dungeons, and level, you know, that it kind of is like, so I'm hoping that we see a scaled version of older dungeons. Like, imagine Satasha, you know, scaled up to like level 70 or something. You know, it's the same dungeon, it's the same bosses, except it's, you know, at a higher difficulty. You know, this way when you're doing roulettes, it keeps it from getting monotonous. That's all I hope for. That's it. You know, you know, I don't need Mythic Plus. I just need, when I'm doing my dailies, to be able to get a, you know, to appreciate maybe some of the older environments at a, you know, a different challenge. So, oh boy, I hope this one's gonna be long. If it doesn't queue another 2 minutes, I'll probably re-queue for something else. Let's check out the currency. So 443. I got quite a bit. I gotta leave in about an hour and a half. So I'm kind of like looking at this timer like, I could wait till peak to do this, because it's still pretty early. I'll give it like, yeah, I'm impatient. Just taking a look at that makes me worry. So let's do what we do. So I'm going to go ahead and withdraw my queue. Let's go clear. Pick up the trial first. Less than 5 minutes. See, it's so much easier. Tanks, though, you know, do have like priority in queue. I feel, once again, most players who don't play like tanks, I feel they get a little nervous about tanking, or they don't feel like it's challenging enough. And I don't, like, for me as a tank, I feel like, you know, I have to set the pace as a tank. It's not just my job to hold aggro and use damage reduction abilities. It literally is placing the mobs, placing the boss, making sure, you know, I know when to kite, knowing, you know, how fast the DPS is going and how much, you know, I can handle due to my healer's capability, and how much DPS is being pushed out by how much damage is being pushed out by the DPS. And when you get an understanding of that element in this role, it makes the game play a lot more fun as a tank. And I don't feel a lot of players understand that playing a tank can be fun because of that. Because you're always, having to make these calls. You're the person in front. You're the leader. You're the one, having to, try even a quarter turn can make a difference whether or not, how a mechanic's going to fire onto your group, or, certain mechanics. Can I deflect? Like paladins, later on they get a damage reduction ability. So if the boss turns, towards your group, you can get in front of it and, throw a shield that, reduces damage. Same thing with upcoming Gunbreaker. I think that's the challenge in tanking, right? Oh, great. Cool. OMT. Yes, please. No problem. No, 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 no. Yo, man, you guys are fucking up, man. We're screwed. Oh no 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 no! We're dead. Damn. Fucking God. Oh my God. Spread out. Really? Good job. Stay in one section. Jeez, my Jesus. I'm gonna cry. Woof. We did it. Ah! Ah! Dude, what's up, Aka? But then the DPS, there's actually was a chance if the healer LB3'd right. But then the DPS would have to be on point for Meteor, right? I was like, what the hell? Did you see that? Dude, Ord, what's up? Dude, like, they let the whole back end just keep flooding in with balls. I was like, with the orbs, I'm like, no. No. I'm like, no. I'm like, oh, we're screwed. We're so screwed. I was just watching like, oh, here we go. Oh, man. Oh, man. All I saw was orbs coming in. I'm like, we're so dead. We're so dead. I knew it. Oh, God. I was just like, oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Shit can happen, man. Don't think you can't wipe in this game. That's not real. I was trying to explain like an extreme one day, and I was on DPS, my mistake, I guess. And the tanks, we were in Garuda, doing Garuda Extreme, and I was just like, oh my god, like, don't like, get her away from the pillars, and because the DPS, we had to get down, the razors, the little ads, because they destroy those. You can't hide behind them, and like I even put the placement down. All right, so I like I'm putting the A section, the B section. I'm like, okay, this tank over here, this tank there. Main tank's gonna do this, and this way, we're gonna minimize pillar loss. And we got up to the last part, but then another DPS destroyed one of the ads that you're not supposed to kill because it throws a shield. You wait till the last minute to kill it, and he destroyed it. I was like, nah. So I spent like all that time, and oh god, that was just crazy. Pugging is real, man. Pugging in this game is real. It's real, man. I mean, I think that's in any game, to be honest with you. I feel like a lot of games that you pug in, you're going to have people who are learning mechanics. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I always go by the rule of thumb. If objects are going towards a boss, that can't be good. If there's anything on the ground around me that is glowing, that can't be good. If the boss turns while the tank from the tank, that is not good. Just general rule of thumb scenarios. When there's indications that people, when your team is all huddled up for no apparent reason, something bad is going to happen. I'm just saying, there's signs to your impending doom. Read the signs. They're I don't think you need a lot of teleprompting there. There's an icon on over my head that wasn't there before. Do I do anything? I would look into it. I'm just saying, I wouldn't just let that go. Are you serious? Shut up. I hate this one. All right. The off tank has the harder job here. So I'm taking he's off tanking. Okay. Woo! All right, boys and girls, what's up? GG. Yeah, please. What's up? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Gross. I'm not getting any of that shit. Fuck that. I don't need none of that. Mark, what's up? Yo, Martinez, what's up? How you doing, brother? Ooh, nice. Laugh out loud. Good old times. Normal. Yeah, it's normal. Crunch time. I know, right? It's getting so close. Getting so close. I'm just like, oh my god. Oh my god. Leveled up, though. Oh yeah. We're hitting it. Let's finish off that little white mage, though, shall we? I think that was pretty good tanking. What do you think, Martinez? I mean, it was normal. I mean, yeah. But, you know, that one could be a bitch, you know, if people don't play it right. I've seen multiple wipes just in normal, and now I'm like, great. I'm like, no, man, please don't die. All right. All right. So I wonder if the Alliance raid will. Yeah, healer, sweet, excellent. Kill, man. About to be 68 on this tune. Oh my god. It'll be nice though. I mean, I know more than likely, you know, I know I'm going to be pushing that Gunbreaker. That gun, like, I wish they would have given us a little bit more, you know, a little bit more to the official release date. I know it doesn't matter because everybody's going to have their pre-orders in this game. I don't think I've heard one person saying, I'm going to wait until Shadowbringers officially releases to get in to the first. I don't think I've seen one person comment on that on any website saying, I'm still debated about, I mean, I play Final Fantasy 14, but I'm debated whether or not I want to get Shadowbringers. I don't think I've seen a comment like that yet. So we know we're going to get packed. And rumor has it, that hasn't been confirmed by Square Enix, but Shadowbringers has, like, sold basically double their copies of Shadowbringers, the expansion, versus, like, you put Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, put them together, Shadowbringers is still exceeding that sales for an expansion. And I believe it. I totally believe it. Yoshi P said that they're at an all-time high going in for subs. So I'm hoping that after Shadowbringers official release, we get a number of how many units were sold for Shadowbringers. I mean, I know it's going to be on the report anyways. You know, sometime in the fall, we're going to get Square Enix financial report and for their shareholders. And I'm interested in seeing how many units they sold. Because I'm telling you, man, ooh. Yeah, the hype is real. Yeah. Welcome to Square Enix. Yeah, you get notes like 3 days before release. I know. Every single time. Yeah, they keep you on edge. They're like, we're not telling. We're going to keep you like in suspense. But I think it's a good thing. Because you feel like a kid on Christmas Day. When's it going to get here? What's in the box? What's in the box? Come on, Christmas, get here. Yeah, man. Like, when I heard, like, these rumors flying that, you know, like, sales have, like, doubled any expansion between Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, it's doubled. And so, like, Collector's Edition sold out the first week. The physical Collector's Edition the physical one sold out within the first week. I was like, what? Like, it's gone. I went to do my order yesterday for my time card for my Black Chocobo, which I still haven't got email confirmation, and they sold out. I had to wait 3 hours before it refilled. I was like, this is crazy. Goodbye, Cleric Stance. I'll miss you. Bye, Protect. I'll miss you too. Healing's about to get real in this game. I mean, like, seriously real. I think healers are gonna shit themselves because tanks, like when I knew which healer abilities were being pulled, but when I saw what ability tanks were getting pulled, I'm like, oh shit. I'll tell you what, healers aren't gonna be bored after all. I was like, oh shit. Cleric Stance used to be a toggle like shield. Yeah, I've heard. But yeah, it's gone now. It's completely like gone. Cleric Stance no more. Protects no more. Like, I think Convalescence is gone. I about cried when I saw that. I'm like, no, you bastards. Follow me, Mr. Ball. Follow me. Come on. Oh, yeah. It's like Kool-Aid. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep that shit away from me. No, get it away from me. Meh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What's up? The regen effect on Medica 2 is what you're after. Not right. Not the initial heal. Yeah, I just like to throw the regen. It's like my little buffer. My little hot. It's the dragon. Damn it. Doop 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 doop. Will this be enough to level me, I wonder? I've been playing like some of this shit forever, it seems like. See, I deal DPS, but as soon as something hits, man. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You need to unlock Heaven on High. That is the place to grind levels. I got Heaven on High unlocked. But I mean, does it get, I mean, for like solo queues? I need to finish my my Sigma Scape and my Alpha Scape. That's some of the only ones I haven't got done, and Omega. Oh no, Heaven on High. That's after Palace of the Dead. No, I haven't done none of that. Okay, I know what you're talking about. No, I haven't done none of that. I haven't done any of that. I thought you meant like the dungeon after this. No, I haven't done any of that yet. I mean, is it good though? Because I mean, the thing about it is, I find it like when I'm in Palace of the Dead, I'm kind of like, it's one of like that and Eureka are like my least favorite activities. But I mean, like the XP is worth it, is what you're saying? I wish they would give more utility to White Mage. God. 1 point per run? What? You might want to add that to your list before 5.0. No way, man. I'm going to get through that. It's percentage based, so it's worth it. Oh, really? Is it boring? Yes. At least you're honest. That's why I'm like, oh. Like, how people, like, you know, grind out Black Pegasus. I'm like, I don't know if I could do that, man. Like, there's people in there just grinding for Black Pegasus. I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm good. I wish we'd get XP bonuses for like hunts and stuff. Like not hunts, but like fates. I want fates to be a lot more XP. fucking bastard keeps blasting me. No! Well, shit. Is it up yet? No. Will be now. Get over here. I can't rescue him. He's not in my party. He survived. How did he survive that blast? Dude was just sitting out there. What was that? He's just like, oh, that? Don't worry about that blast. I don't hide behind ice. Because that's beginner's friendly. It's why the trailer changes to White Mage or GCDs. Because that's beginner friendly. Got you. They refuse to give anything to White Mage because pure heals. Right, I get it, yeah. But it sucks when you're trying to like get parties for like Extreme and Savage if you're a White Mage. It's like, you know, we understand you're a pretty good healer, but you know, we need a little bit more support. So we're gonna go with the Scholar and the AST. I'm like, and that's what I'm worried about with the White Mage. Like, is it gonna get out of that rut with the meta? I mean, that's what I'm worried about. I think they should separate, I hate to say this, I know a lot of people aren't going to be fans of this, but separate Scholar and Summoner in the beginning, so you have two beginning healing classes, or jobs. Like, separate them. I know a lot of people don't like the idea of that. But honestly, it would work. I understand why they can't do it with AST. It's locked behind Heaven's Ward. I get that. And I know technically, I know, like, you do. But really, I mean, when it comes to beginner queues, you're right. There's only one healer. We need a second healer that's accessible at a low level. Oh, look at that! Did you see that? Oh my god, that was perfect timing. Ah! Yeah, White Mages heal like no tomorrow. Like in PvP, you know you're going against a... If you see a White Mage on the other team during Feast, you know you're kind of screwed if he's good. Yes. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. GG, 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 GG. Everybody did good. See, the machinist is left. I'll give it up to the machinist. Oh yeah. We'll need none of this shit. I want more open world XP, right? There's yeah, scholar. Right. But it needs to be in the beginning. It's only the best healer in the game, and technically the one with the highest contribution in Savage, right? Scholar was your main, right? Is your main? Yeah, Scholar is like, that's my thing. It's like, I hate the idea of a meta in anything, but unfortunately, there's in a linear game, Elder Scrolls is different. Elder Scrolls, you got those players like this. I'm like, they're slow over in Elder Scrolls. They're pretty slow. Those players, they really are. But in this game, you're running linear contributions element because unfortunately, you can't pick up the buffs any other way. You can't get certain buffs. You can't get certain things without that synergy. And I know they said they're trying to, reduce the synergy to make more, so we don't see a traditional meta, but White Mage doesn't bring the utility. It just doesn't. On Hot, I grind a level, then do something else, grind another level, rinse and repeat. Heaven on High, you could remove all of Scholar's utility if you wanted, and it'd still be better than White Mage. But I'm saying if it's because one shield, right? So what I'm saying, if White Mage had more utility, like its unique, utility element, even with these upcoming changes, could that help the White Mage be implemented in the meta? So ideally you could utilize White Mage more frequently in Savage and Extreme. It's because as it stands, no. I'm trying to find a silver lining. Like, and White Mage heals really. White Mage is powerful heals, but I think White Mage is hurting. White Mage needs some TLC, man. And then you saw the AST. Yeah, I have AST. I started with the White Mage as a healer, but then when I got Scholar and AST, that's what I leveled. Because all I can do is heal. I know. That's what I'm trying to say is... Is there a way for White Mage? Can White Mage get a little, can they need to implement some stuff for White Mage. It's not, and I get it, they're changing things and they're like, well, the White Mage will bring more heals. I'm like, but it's utility. It's like you said, it's the utility. We we need utility, man. I'm just saying. Something has to give. If it doesn't, we might be screwed. I think I got time for one more, but yeah, it's kind of scary, man. You're just always like, I want White Mage to be there. I do, but I have to face the reality of the situation because when you bring the Scholar and the AST, you're covering both fronts. You got mitigating effects. You got your heals. You got your buffs. You put those two together. It's like, it really does offer, all the features that you want in that scenario. AST isn't great for Prog though. Good heads up. If you want to run AST in Prog, you just suffer. Even if it's throwing the buffs, because that's what I think. Like, I keep thinking to myself, even in the worst case scenario, at least AST is throwing out its buffs, You know, I mean, but yeah. White mage, I mean, like I said, a white mage, it has the heal. It has the heals. I mean, that's not the issue. I just think, once again, it needs utility. It needs utility, man. It needs some serious, it needs serious TLC utility love. And I'm not saying, like, it has to be, like, the same. They don't need to homogenize. What they need to do is, like, I would like to see white mage, like, be able to either debuff the target or literally apply a chance, like, you know what I'm saying, a small, like, you know, maybe like a determination buff to said target with the GCD applied, like, you know what I'm saying. Or, you know, it doesn't have to be critical buffs. It doesn't need to be base damage buff. What about determination buff? You know what? These are the things, like, I'm contemplating. Like, why, if we were to implement maybe some of those features to the white mage and keep it unique, and so it's not homogenized, but yet it offers something for the DPS, then, you know, that brings maybe something potential to different scenarios. Not to say it conform to every meta, but, or ideal situation, but it needs something. It'll never happen. They already took that away from Scholar, but that's what I'm saying. Give it to the white mage. It's not nice to get white what they took from Scholar 2 expansions ago. I'm trying to reach for a star. I'm trying to throw out any idea, because as it stands, we all can agree white mage isn't going to go meta. Can we agree on that? Because I don't think it is. I don't think we're going to see white mage in meta. I hate saying it, but I think we all can agree. I know that every class can do their function. I'm not debating that. So I don't want people to say, thinking I'm being toxic and I'm saying that it has to be done a certain way. I'm not saying that's the only way to make a clear happen, but I'm just saying the most efficient way to do it is, you know, we're going to have to take a look at the buffs. Get over here, you stupid block. Stupid red mage. It's always the red mages, man. Screwing my shit up. Boo, boo, boo. I actually like this dungeon. If the red mage pulls, man. Stupid Moogles. Moogles are evil. They're evil, I tell you. Were they drunk? Who in their right mind thought that Scholar needed a 30-second refresh? That's right, you evil Moogles. Oh no! See, look at that. I knew right where I was gonna go. I was like, fuck that black mage. AoE, AoE for the win. Get over here. Moogles are evil. Evil, I say. Wow, I was gonna fall now. Yoshi P and the team seriously think that Scholar doesn't heal enough. What? They don't have to between the shields. Like, holy split. I mean, they did take away a lot of their DPS. I got your eggs. I got your eggs. Am I pulling too many? You'd think that red mage would get the fuck away from that. Dumb red mage. You're a red mage. Why would you be on top of all of this? You didn't. All you had to do is stand back and AoE. That'll teach you, Red Mage. We missed one. Damn it. I love watching DPS be like, I don't need to reduce my aggro. I don't need to do none of that shit. Yeah, right. Good luck, motherfucker. Get over here. Come on, bitch. See, look at that. No limit break? What? No limit break. Technically, yeah, probably. A lot of those enemies either cleave or have AoE skills. Luminous, what's up? Did you ever fart in your hand and throw it at somebody? Can you do that? Is that plausible? I mean, you know, are we passing gas then if we do that? Wow. Yeah. I get it. You're a lover. Bring it on. Bring it on. That's how dragons are supposed to move. Not just sit still. Oh, I'm a dragon from elsewhere. I just sit here. Ah. I move my head. Okite. God, man. I have never, like, every time I looked at, like, the Sunspire Dragon, I just was like, what the? What the? What the? Okie day. Here we go. One more jump. Of course. It's always the red mage, isn't it? Get out of that. Oh shit. You know what? That's right, put him to sleep. That's right. Okay, 1 second, guys. Had to take that, sorry. Player accommodation. I think I'm definitely going to give it up to the healer. The healer did a killer job. I think I actually need that one. Red Mage Opener is one of the single largest bursts of... yeah, right. So why wouldn't you reduce your threat? What do you think about WoW 8.2 coming out 3 days? I think it's a joke. I think it's desperation. I feel like Blizzard knows that they've lost a ton of subscribers and they've migrated to other games, and they know like one of these games obviously is Final Fantasy, and they're like, we'll tempt him with this patch. I mean, they went for a patch. They went with a entire, new commercial. Like they even went with it's. And you would think when you see the cut, like the video, you would think it would be a new expansion. Is this a new expansion? No. This is just a patch. But we want you to come back. Forget that we fired 8% of our employees. Forget that we hired one person for 14 million. Forget that forget that we're not paying federal income tax because we want you guys to go fuck off because we want to go ahead and reap the benefits for ourselves. No. We appreciate you here. Even though we ignored you with Diablo, we told you guys, hey, do you have phones? Hey, you know what? We totally ignored you with the last WoW expansion. And you know what? We're not even sorry, but we want you to come back. WoW says no, they're on strike apparently. Nice. Yeah, seriously. I think that World of Warcraft is desperate. It's just a time bomb. It's a giant fucking time bomb. It is. Blizzard fucked themselves. Activision Blizzard fucked themselves. And as far as I care, like, if that company drops off the face of the planet tomorrow, I won't lose any sleep because you fucking got greedy. You didn't pay attention. You thought you knew what was best for your consumer. You don't drive your consumer. Your consumer tells you what they want, and you accommodate them. Why? Because they're paying you. Like, what happened? What happened? That's why a lot of people appreciate Square Enix. Why? Because their producers passionate. Their devs are listening. The company's listening to its players. Is it perfect? No. There needs to be a lot of things implemented. And, no game is perfect. But at the same time, do we hear all this atrocity that's going on currently with, Square Enix? No. ZOS, we don't even hear, but, a few little rumbles. They even keep their drama on the DL. Because ZOS is like, yeah, man, we don't want to, get our trash out there like Activision Blizzard did. Because, yeah, that's not good. Once your image is smeared to the public, it's forever ruined. The only way you make that up is start, doing the things that need to be done. I don't know, like paying taxes, hiring employees back, trim the fat and fire those executives making millions of fucking dollars a year. You start doing that shit and maybe the public and start putting that money back into the products that you're supposed to be developing. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to salvage your sorry asses. But unfortunately, Blizzard Activision doesn't give a fuck about that. Look at Bungie. Bungie literally jumped ship. Bungie was like, you know what, Activision, we're not going down with you. Peace the fuck out. And Bungie jumped ship. I don't know if hiring back HR people would help them. Well, the thing about it is what ended up happening, they fired 8% of their employees and then hired one person. Yeah. And they hired one person for $14 million. Like, how do you justify that? How do you justify getting rid of 8% of your workforce and hire one person for $14 million when those people don't even bring like 60, maybe 60 tops, 65, depending on their position, on the average between 45 to 60 something thousand a year, and then all of a sudden we're laying off hundreds of people, and that's not even customer service reps, even if that are making less than that. And then it's like, oh, we're firing all these people, but wait a minute, since our CFO's left, we hired a new CFO. Guess how much he's making? $14 million. That's fair. Oh, by the way, I'm the CEO of Activision Blizzard. I'm giving myself a raise this year. But don't worry, it's not going to cost our employees anything because we're just not going to pay taxes because we're going to use a fucking tax haven and tell the federal government to go fuck off. Yeah. Because it's a tax loop. It's a tax hole. It's fair. It's all fair. Fuck off, Activision Blizzard. Fuck off. Go fuck yourselves. And I'm really hoping that your stocks, that people did buy your stocks. So when this time, and I said a couple months ago, they had all record a record-breaking year. And after they laid off people, their stock went back up. But it's been slowly diminishing. I said, this time next year, your stock will be half this. It'll be valued at half this because you're a sinking fucking ship. And when investors realize the bad decisions you've made and you have no new titles coming out, none for 2019, and you're hemorrhaging money from the top side, not the bottom end. It wasn't through the standard staff that they were hemorrhaging money. They're hemorrhaging money from their execs. They're the most overly paid executive force in the gaming industry are Activision Blizzard executives. And you would think, the board would kind of realize where their money is going. But rich people were never claimed to be smart. There are smart rich people, but they're pretty dumb ones too. Just stating. But hey, man. Get in where you fit in. It's short, dog. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think WoW Classic will buy them a little time. They'll get a couple more years. It won't go. They'll die the most agonizing slow death. And all you're going to hear is reduction. Games canceled, reduction. Games canceled, reduction. Games canceled, reduction. It's going to be literally, the one thing they should have done, and I keep saying this, is they shouldn't have waited as long to come out with another StarCraft title. Like StarCraft, if they would have came out with a StarCraft MMO, probably when Blizzard WoW was 8-9 years old, it would have backed them up in the market. It would have. But what are you doing with their StarCraft IP? Not a fucking thing. How many expansions have they been bleeding Diablo 3? And then all of a sudden turn around and you see Diablo Immortal. I mean, come on, man. It's literally gotten so bad for Blizzard. And I used to love Blizzard. I grew up with Blizzard. I used to play the original World of Warcraft strategy game. World of Warcraft 2? Damn, dude. We were on that shit. I used to play those games, man. So, yeah. I was, older. I wasn't like a kid, but, those were like really kick-ass strategy games, RPG strategy games. And to see where World of Warcraft's gone since then, and Activision buying them out, and Blizzard, and all this, it's terrible. Corporate America at its finest, people. Take notes. So, I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, the people at the top really are the people who shouldn't be there to begin with most of the time. Most of the time I always tell people, those are typically the people, they're just, exploiting the labors of others, making themselves look good when they themselves can't do shit. And when they're not even trying to make the best call. Like, I hate to say it, Steve Jobs. Everybody hated Steve Jobs from Apple. But I'll tell you what, Apple did piss poor when they decided to get rid of Steve and put him on the bench there for years. All of a sudden, Steve comes back. Next thing you know, what do you see? iPhones. You see new innovative ideas and the rerouting of the business model for Apple, and Macintosh. And what, the executive, the people, the board members, and everybody who put Steve on the curb, they didn't understand what they had, and that took desperation to bring him back. You might not like Steve Jobs. You might not like who Steve Jobs was from his story or an individual, but the man knew business. He knew how to pitch a product in which direction a company needed to go. And that's why I'm saying, now we see those individuals, lost. You don't see a lot of those people who can completely lead a company to success. And because why? We got idiots running companies now. Overhyped morons. Oh, God. Last time I had an Apple product was 1983. Wow, dude. My kids were into the few years ago when iPhone was big. My kids were really big into the iPhone. And it was a good product. They also had the MP3 players and that. So, I feel like Apple did good with the mobile product line. But unfortunately, we take a look at Apple. It looks like they're completely lost again. What do we do? Where are we going? How are we doing this? You know, whatever. Anyways, man, yeah. I don't know, man. I always tell people, I appreciate the people. I like dicks. I like assholes. I'm an ass. I'm an ass. I appreciate blunt, unrelenting, facts the way they are. I appreciate people like that. Me and my brother were talking about this yesterday. My brother's a successful individual, successful businessman. They overcharge and underdeliver. Well, yeah, it is overpriced. I'll give you that much. Underdeliver depends. I gave up an Apple as technology reduced in price and delivered higher quality products. Right, and that's the fun, and that happens, But Apple definitely, like I said, Steve knew how to market. He just knew how to pitch product. But me and my brother, we were talking, and he's a successful individual. And I told him yesterday, I'm like, I'm proud of you, man. You've accomplished so much. So, just a brief history. My brother is a vice president of his company. He has college experience, but he doesn't have a degree, right? He didn't finish his degree, but he was a nurse. So, what I'm saying, he doesn't have like an MBA or anything, but he's still vice president. And the funny thing about it was, he started off as a nurse, did marketing, and got hired in, and then just kept climbing the ladder, though his peers were shocked to see that he exceeded their expectations and would pass them up when those positions became available, because they anticipated, well, I have the degree, he doesn't. And one business owner, one of the owners looked and said, it's not always about the pedigree or the paper, it's about the results. And I agree with that. It's about the people who produce results. At the end of the day, the adversity, and I told him, I'm proud of you, not based on your success, because of your adversity. Your ability to adapt, to accommodate the situations, to troubleshoot those and see your company succeed regardless of where it's at currently. That's what makes people successful. In order for Apple to maintain its monopoly, it can't keep up with the open market. Right. It's hurting. Apple looks lost. I'll be honest. I'm like, oh, poor Apple. But yeah. So, and I told him, I'm like, I'm proud of you, regardless. It's not about the success that you've accomplished. It's about the adversity in the process. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, in the merit, here's what comes apart with the merit. I'm like, I don't hate people who are inheritants, right? People who inherit businesses or people who inherit money and who are wealthy. What I don't like are people, exploiting off the labors of the family members who set them up and never made their own way to establish their identity within the company that they're inheriting. And it's like, you have to succeed on your own merits, regardless of where you're at on your position. Because how are you going to be remembered? The person who inherited the company or a person who ran the company and saw more success while taking it over? Right? And that's what the problem of it is. A lot of people just accept it and just will say, oh, okay, well, I don't care. My father or my mother or whoever, they set this up and, I'm just here. We got employees that'll take care of that. I don't need to do anything. You better do something. You better establish the identity that you need to be. When you're inheriting something like that, you are inheriting the ideology behind it. You're become the face of the company. the employees, the public, you're becoming up an image. And people reflect the success or failure of a company based on your presence. That's assuming that Apple doesn't get killed with the current antitrust investigation. Yeah. And Apple kind of decided to take punitive actions against the complainant during the investigation. What? Are you serious? I didn't even hear that one. What? I'm telling you, man. Crazy. Yeah. Apple is hurting. I don't know what to say, man. We'll see, man. We'll see how it all plays out, though. You know, once again, don't build your own merits. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. Once again, thank you guys so much. Mark, Baca, man, I'm so glad you guys are here today. Oren, thank you for stopping in. Luminous, thank you for stopping in as well. Martinez, thank you for stopping in. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it so much. I'm Mr. Craven. This is Mystics MMOs. As always, have a nice day.